Good morning, everyone. Thanks again for joining me for this edition of AM Status Hearing. We'll begin on the back, just a very general, have an overall body stretch for you today. So we'll begin on the back with that diaphragmatic breathing and just, again, drawing the attention to the abdomen so that when we breathe, we begin to wake up the abdomen, we begin to wake up the diaphragm and start breathing from the belly. So just feeling the movement in the belly, opening up the body, spread the arms nice and wide, rotate the palms toward the ceiling. As you breathe, inhale and fill the body, feel the fingertips stretching to either side of the room that you're in. As you exhale, just let everything sink to the floor. Inhale, fill the arms, fill the fingers, fill the hands. Exhale, release. And then making that exhalation a little more active, actively pulling the navel toward the spine. And as you do that, feeling your lower back press into the floor a little more firmly. And then maybe allowing that to move into the upper back so that when you exhale, the lower back, the hips are tucking under toward the backs of the thighs, and the shoulder blades are pulling down away from your ears. And the entire back of your body is pressing into the floor. And you can use your feet for this so that you're gently pressing your head off of your mat, off of the end of your mat, or toward the opposite wall. Begin to tuck your chin so that you're feeling more of a stretch through your shoulders, through your neck, and through your upper back. So as we exhale, it's very active. You're feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulders, the back, the neck, pressing the feet into the floor. And if you need to, maybe even lifting your hips up off the floor just a little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot here. Just a little bit of a lift with the hips will help you to feel that stretch in the lower back. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and just lift a little bit higher here. So as we exhale, lifting a little bit higher, inhale, relax. Exhale, lift. Inhale, relax. And on this next exhalation, we'll lift all the way up into a bridge and just bring the hands underneath the back. You can lace the fingers together. Walk your shoulders underneath your back and slide your shoulders away from your ears. And just breathe in this particular position. Again, filling the belly. As you exhale, really push out through your knees. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push out through the knees and feel that stretch through the tops of the thighs. And then continue to release. See if you can drop the back of your head and open up through your collarbones. One more deep breath in. And as we exhale now, you're going to press into your feet, open up your arms, anchor your shoulders and use your feet to pull your tailbone away from your shoulders so that you're lengthening the back as much as you possibly can as you drop down, 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 and down. And then just tuck the back and arch the back. Tuck the back and arch. Guess who has a tight back this morning, friends? And then go ahead and release. From here, we're going to open up the arms again and just gently rotate the head to the side. Now, my shoulder, you can see it's kind of hunched up here. I'm going to slide the shoulder down away from the ears, lengthen the arms as much as I can, and just rotate the head over to the side. So I'm rotating now toward you. This is, well, let's rotate left. Glue that right arm to the floor as you rotate the chin toward the left shoulder. So as we inhale, we're just kind of lightening up on everything. As we exhale, we're extending that right arm backward, tucking through the right shoulder blade, and rotating the chin to the left. So inhale, release, exhale, stretch. And I'm really actively reaching through my right hand and right finger so that I feel this stretch through the back of my arm, through the front of my shoulder, through my bicep, forearm, fingertips. Now, see if you can begin to reach with your head toward the left. Reach with your arm toward the right and see if you can feel a stretch down the side of the face. Gently tuck the chin and just relax through the temple, relax through the jaw. And then reach up with the jaw. I'm going to reach away from my face with my jaw. And you feel that stretch through the temporalis muscle, the jaw muscle. And on your next inhalation, just relax and bring yourself back to center. Rotate the head side to side. And I'm just going to flip around here so that I can speak to the camera, but we'll go to the opposite side now. So rotating over to the right. That left arm is extending. Tuck the shoulders under, rotate over to the right, and just relax the face for a moment here. Extend that left arm away from the body so that you feel that nice long stretch through the neck and the shoulder on the left side. So as I inhale, I'm lightening up a little bit. As I exhale, I'm actively sliding shoulders away from the ears, stretching through that left arm and the right side. I'm sorry, the left arm and the left side of my neck. And then see if you can relax through the head, through the left side of the head, and feel that stretch through the temporalis muscle, which is on the side of the head, just above the ear. And then if you want, you can add that chin. So just jut the chin out. And that may help you feel that stretch through the jaw and through the side of the head. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, stretch my arm away from my head and stretch my chin away from my head. And the more you can relax through the side of the head, the more you're going to feel that in the side of the head, in that temporalis muscle. And then on your next inhalation, relax the chin, relax the arm, and then gently bring the head back to center. We're going to lift through the chin again and reach the chin up toward the ceiling, stretching through the jawbone. And from there, just gently tuck the head side to side. And come back to center. Shrug the shoulders underneath again. Hands are going to come behind the head. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, reach the elbows up toward the ceiling. Allow the weight of the head to fall into the hands, stretching through the triceps so the elbows are reaching up toward the ceiling. Head is slightly tucked. And again, I'm just going to raise my left elbow, allow my head to rotate to the right, and then gently raise the right elbow, allowing the head to rotate left. So really relax through the back of your neck as you let the head rotate. Raising that right elbow again. Right elbow raises, both elbows reaching for the ceiling. Relax through the shoulders so you get a stretch through the shoulder and the tricep. And then tuck the abdomen under. And think about pulling your head away from your hips. And the higher you lift, the more of a stretch you're going to get through the upper and lower back. So I'm lifting my head now sort of like a sit-up and stretching through my neck. And on your next exhalation, we'll gently release. Open up the arms. Lift through the chin. Again, rotate to the side. And then tuck the chin under again. We'll bring the arms back to center. Go ahead and lift the head. Rotate side to side. And this time we'll lift that left elbow. So the head now is rotating over to the right. Left elbow slightly higher than the right elbow. And I'm just going to tuck my lower back under as I lift my head away from the floor. And I can even make the weight of my head a little more severe. So if there's more weight resting in my hands, I get a little more of a stretch through my triceps, a little more of a stretch through my neck. And then where is your chest? Can you think about pulling your chest away from your chin and down toward the floor? And that too is going to enhance that stretch through the neck, through the triceps, through the shoulders. So inhaling as we exhale, gently pressing the neck toward the chest toward the floor, pulling up on the head, using the left elbow a little more than the right so that the head has gently rotated over to the right. And then come back to center and just relax the head to the floor. From here, extend your left leg, extend your left arm, and I'm going to just begin to curve over to the right. So I'm going to extend my right foot on top of my left leg, and I'm going to reach for my left wrist with my right hand. And I'm just going to curve over toward the right. So I've got a nice little curve in my body here. You can use your right foot to stabilize your left leg and pull your left leg away. So I'm going to keep the whole right side of my body nice and rigid, but I'm pulling my left leg almost like I'm trying to pull it out from under, but the feet won't allow that to happen. And I'm doing the same thing with my arm. The right hand is anchoring the left wrist, and I'm going to pull on my left wrist, pull it away, but I'm not going to let go. So belly fills on the inhalation as I exhale. Pull with my arm, pull with my leg. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. 2 more like that. Last one here. Make it active. And release. And we'll just come back to center and we're going to switch sides. So this time the right ankle crosses over the left. Left ankle crosses over the right. Left hand is going to reach for the right wrist. And let's play with this for a little while, just pulling away with the leg. Pull away with that right leg and anchor with the left leg. And you really do have to tuck the belly, tuck the lower back toward the floor to get some traction here. And then we'll add the arm as well. So I'm curving toward my left, pulling my right hand away from my left wrist, pulling my left. Let's try this again. Pulling my right wrist away from my left hand. Pulling my right ankle away from my left foot. And then tucking the lower back each time I exhale. We'll do 2 more breaths here. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Pull. And relax. We'll come back to center here. Rest the hands on the hips. Tuck the lower back toward the floor. And again, I want to just kind of shift the hips side to side to loosen up through the hips. So I'm going to rotate my right hip toward my right shoulder and really pull my left hip away from my left shoulder. And then I'm going to switch. Rotate my left hip toward my left shoulder, rotate my right hip away. So as I inhale, I'll come center. As I exhale, rotate those hips. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate the hips. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate. 2 more like that. 1 on each side. And then adding on here, I'm going to come back to the opposite side and just look to that side with the head. Everything comes back to center. Look to the opposite side with the head. Center. Everything rotates right. And center. Rotate left. We'll do 2 more of those. On this next one, we'll just go to the side and hold. So that right hip is aiming for the right shoulder. The chin is reaching down toward the right shoulder. And I'm just relaxing through that left side. And on your next inhalation, we'll take it back to center and over to the opposite side. So tuck that lower back under. Feel that stretch through the right side of the body and the contraction through the left. And then inhale back to center. From here, we'll cross the right knee over the left. And you're backwards, so you just crossed your left knee over your right. I'm sorry, my friends. Reach my hands around to the shin. Take a nice deep breath and just gently press that knee, both knees toward the chest. Flatten out the shoulders here. So the tendency is going to be to want to hunch through the shoulders. Flatten out. As I exhale, gently pressing both knees toward the chest. So inhale, release, exhale, both knees press to the chest. And then from here, we'll release the shins, reach for opposite feet. So my right hand is reaching for my left foot. My left hand's reaching for my right foot. I'm just going to pull those feet a little closer to the body. So I'm stretching a little more deeply through those hips. Now, as you exhale, push your feet into your hands, relax your shoulders, and notice how this helps you to stretch through the tops of your shoulders. So my feet are pushing away from the body, and my arms are just kind of hanging slack here so that I get a stretch through my arms. And then I'm going to rotate my hands now. My hands, palms of the hands are at the bottoms of the feet. And I'm going to push my feet into my hands on my exhalation. On the exhalation, push. On the inhalation, pull the feet away from the hands. Exhale, push the feet into the hands. Inhale, pull the feet away. And then see if you could just begin to straighten your legs. At some point, that's going to be a little bit prohibitive, and just stop wherever it's prohibitive. One last time now. Push the feet into the hands. Pull the feet away. Push one more time. And pull. And relax. So we'll just uncross the legs, release the feet to the floor, and we'll cross opposite sides. So this time the right leg is crossed over the left. I'm going to lace my fingers around my shin. Be mindful of your non-dominant hand. So whatever you typically lace with, see if you can't switch your hands up so that your hands feel a little uncomfortable, a little not quite right. So that you're switching the hand that's on top. That's the hand that's going to work a little bit harder. And as you exhale, gently press the shins, press the knees into the hips. Inhale, fill the belly. So know that anytime you inhale, particularly when the knees are close to the chest like this, you're going to release the stretch a little bit. The stretch isn't going to be static. Releases a little bit. As you exhale, you can press it back a little more firmly. Inhale, release just a little bit. Exhale, press. And then from here, we'll release. You can take an overhand grip on your feet. Overhand grip on your feet. And I'm just gently pulling my feet, or I guess pulling my feet, pulling on my arms. So my feet are pushing away, my arms are relaxed, and I'm just getting a stretch through my shoulders. So kind of passive through my hands. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, allow it to fall. Feeling that stretch through the arms, maybe through the outsides of the elbows. And then we'll go ahead and change the grip of the feet. Change the grip of the feet so my feet now can push into my hands. As I inhale, I'm going to pull my knees apart. As I exhale, push the feet into the hands. Inhale, pull the knees apart. And now, as I inhale, I'm just going to open up my legs. Wow, it's a whole different ball game on this side. My hip is a lot tighter on this side. Again, push into the hands, pull away. And as I pull away, I'm resisting. So I'm pulling my feet away from the hands, but resisting with the hands. Pushing into the hands with the feet, pulling away. One more time. Push and pull away. And from there, we'll just gently relax the legs, bring the feet to the floor, and just come into final Shavasana, allowing the body to sink into the floor and relax. And again, just feeling into the body, feeling from the inside, the backs of your calves and ankles, feeling into your hips, shoulders, feeling into the arms, the hands and fingers. And just noticing what you feel. Heat, a pounding, a pulsing. Allow your body to become still and see if you can't just park your attention in one of those areas where you feel sensations in the body. The more you sink into that spot, well, you may notice different responses. You may notice that the sensation tends to go away. But as we stay silent and still, hopefully you feel the body cooling down. You feel the responses of the blood circulating through the body. That will eventually slow down. And once your mind and body become quiet again, then we know we've sort of returned to homeostasis, where the body has circulated extra blood where it needs to go. We've cleaned out the waste products. And the body is ready for the next activity. Oftentimes we tend to blend one thing into the next thing, not stopping between activities, not stopping between engaging our mind in one direction and then flipping to the next. Just taking a moment to transition is a useful way of preparing the mind and the body. The body has an opportunity to slow down, to kind of back off whatever activity we've been engaged in. And then recharge for the next. And we've reached the end of our time here, so you could give yourself a stretch, bring yourself back from Shavasana in any way that feels appropriate to you. I always find a long stretch feels so good. Whenever you're ready, you can gently roll to one side, bring yourself back to a sitting position. Thank you very much for joining me again today. I hope this was useful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a message on the YouTube site. Have a great day. Namaste.